how to successfully learn a new language. By this, guys, I mean how to reach fluency, how to reach the level in some language that you want, how to stop translating in your head and be able to talk to native speakers and understand them without any struggling. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about this. Let's go in just 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. So how do we begin? How do we learn a new language without giving it up, without stopping? So the first thing, guys, you have to do is, well, please don't hate me for this because I'm saying it in almost every single video that I upload. And this one is to find a motivation, of course, and set up your own plan of studying. And as the first one is not that easy to find some motivation, something has to happen in your life, right? Maybe you want some job abroad. Maybe you want English to have some native speaker friends or native speaker girlfriend or boyfriend. So anyways, guys, please try to find motivation if it's possible. And the second one, it's more possible to find a plan of studying for you, right? It's not hard. You just need to find a teacher who's going to make a plan for you, or you can do it for free. Just open internet, open Google and find some plans for studying there. And there you go, you're ready to learn a new language, right? And to not give up and be consistent in learning a new language could be really tiresome, complicated and difficult. I know it, guys, because I myself have given up on English a couple of times, and to come back was just awful. I lost my progress, I lost my motivation. It was super hard to find motivation all over again. So guys, the best way to learn a language is to not stop. If you stopped, then you're going to lose some of your progress and you're gonna have to start it all over again. But how to not lose motivation, guys, you're going to ask me, huh? And I'm going to tell you guys that you have to set big goals and small goals for your learning. And what the hell are those big and small goals, Matt, huh? So the big goals, guys, is the ones that of course you set for a big long period of time, like 6 months or a year or 2 years whatsoever. So for example, I have to learn 2,000 words in 6 months, or I have to reach intermediate level in a year, or upper intermediate in, let's say, 18 months. So those are big goals. And because of they are too far, you can't see the end of that goal. That's why you can give up and just stop learning. That's why we have small, tiny goals. And those are the ones that you set for a day, for a week, or maximum 2 weeks. Because you can see the end of the week. You can see the Sunday. Or maybe you can see the end of 2 weeks, the Sunday next week, right? So for example, I have to learn 100 words till the end of the week. So today I learned 20, then tomorrow 20, and like until the end of the week I learn 20 words every single day. And then at the end on Sunday I see that I have learned 140. It's even more than I needed. So I'm like, wow, I'm super proud of myself. I'm super happy. I have a lot of motivation to keep going. And then until the next week I have to learn, let's say, 200 words. Then I have done that. And I'm even more proud of myself, so I just want to keep going and I am unstoppable, right? So those small goals are unstoppable force, but if you're achieving them, if you're just giving them up, then I don't know what's gonna help you. You have to at least achieve those little goals, and then big ones are going to be much easier for you guys. Also, guys, there's one more thing that can help you a lot, and that is to find a good teacher. I'm not saying that teachers are 100% necessary, no, not at all, but if you get a good one, you can take one class with one teacher, another one with another, like a couple of times, and then you can decide which one is best for you. So that teacher can make you want to keep going. Like I had one teacher that was just super enthusiastic and she was making me want to learn that language. So that helped me a lot. For a half a year, I was learning a lot and a lot better than before. So guys, try to find a good teacher. Of course, if you want, it's not necessary, one more time. But if you do, if you have found a great teacher, that can help you, that can boost your speed and efficiency of learning. And now, guys, one of my favorite things about learning a new language, and listen carefully here, please. Do not, listen guys, do not get into grammar too much. because that's just gonna make you wanna stop, or maybe even make you wanna kill yourself like it did for me. So guys, do not get into grammar too much when you're just starting, especially because you want to speak some new language and then you see those grammar construction, those grammar rules, and it looks just like super hard science to you, and you're like, I'm never gonna learn it, I'm just giving up, I don't need this, right? So to not give up, guys, don't look at grammar at all. Maybe a little, like some basics to start speaking, but do not overthink about it. Do not get into it too much. Grammar is not that hard, I'm going to tell you right now, guys, but if you look at it at the beginning, it looks just awful and it's making you wanna kill yourself. And now folks, let's talk a little bit about how should we learn a new language. And I've got a lot of videos on this topic, guys, on my channel, so you can check those out too. I'm talking about this a lot. Today we're just going to go over those main points, but just a little, not going in too much, okay? Let's go. And the first thing here I want to tell you is please do not study and learn too much, because you're just going to lose your motivation. And I know intensivity is good, right? The more I study, the faster I'm going to speak, the faster I'm going to reach my goals. But at the same time, guys, the faster you're going to lose your motivation. And that's just awful. If you don't have motivation, you're going to just give up, right? You're going to miss your homework, you're going to miss your classes, and thus you're going to stop learning. And there's nothing good about that, right? So it's better to study every day 1 hour for a year than, let's say, 5 hours a day for a month. And secondly, guys, you got to learn most commonly used words. So there is 100 of the most commonly used words. I even have them on my channel. There is 1,000 of most commonly used words, and there are 3,000 of most commonly used words. And when you learn 3,000, you're going to be able to speak on almost fluent level, because native speakers usually use around 3,000 words in their conversations. So this is what you need at the beginning. You don't need to learn those scientific words that you're never gonna use. Please do not learn them. Find the most commonly used words and learn them first. And now, guys, the thing that's going to help you learn vocabulary faster and more effectively is that you have to make sentence or couple of sentences with each single word that you learn. That's going to help you a lot, guys. So first, read the word, read the translation maybe, and read examples that they give you, right? The textbook or internet gives you. And then try to create your own sentences about your life, about any story that comes to your mind, and use that word. Use those new words that you have learned today. And then you're going to remember those words much better, and you're going to be able to use them in right sentences, in right constructions, and not just translating in your head. The next tip, I guess it's number 4 over here. So you have to start talking as fast as possible. So this is my first day of learning a new language. I have learned 10 words and I have a teacher, right? So I have to start using those words in conversation in super simple sentences as fast as I can, even on this first day. Or after a week, I have learned, let's say, 50 words. Then the next week, I have to start using all of them. Or if you cannot remember all of them, then all that you can remember. So you have learned 50, but you can remember only 10 or 20. So try to use all of them in your sentences, guys. You have to start speaking as soon as possible, because speaking is the main aspect of any language. And if you get started speaking fast, then of course you're going to be able to reach any other thing in the language really quickly too. And the tip number 5 here, guys, is stop translating in your head and think in that language the same way as in your own native language. Easy, huh? You're welcome, guys. No, for real, I'm going to help you with this too. So the first tip to stop translating in your head is to learn objects around you in your house in your target language. Like for me, it was English. So I know this is door, I know this is chair, this is camera, this is phone, and so on. And each time you see those objects, you think of them in that target language, the language that you are trying to learn. Do not think of them in your language, because if you're thinking, oh, in my language is this one, and then I have to translate it to English or any other language and hear what comes out, right? No, this is incorrect. This is still translating in your head. You have to look at the object and think of it right away in the language that you are targeting. And the second tip that's going to help you translating in your head is to repeat the phrases that you have heard before from native speakers, from movies, or from your teachers. So you're not going to translate those phrases because you just remember the phrase itself, like the whole full phrase, and you see that situation like allows you to use that phrase. You don't have to translate. You're just using the phrase from your memory. And that's going to happen for a couple of times until you understand what this phrase means, like fully, totally, completely. And you're going to be able to use that phrase as in your own language. You're going to understand it without translating. The tip number 3, guys, is watch TV shows and movies in targeted language without subtitles. Because if you have subtitles, you're going to look at them and not really listen. But if you're just listening, maybe you're going to catch some words that you know, you're going to catch some phrases that you have heard before, and then you're going to be able to use those phrases and words in your speech without translating. So watch without titles, guys. Even if it's hard, even if it takes a lot of effort, you can rewatch a couple of times, and then you're going to catch more and more words, and you're going to be able to use more and more words and phrases after watching. And the most important tip, guys, to stop translating in your head is to try to explain and express yourself without searching for new words. So most people, what they do is they create a sentence in their head in their own language, and they try to translate it to the target language, each word by word. And that is incorrect, guys. This way you're never going to stop translating in your head. You have to try to use the vocabulary that you have learned before to replace words that you don't know. You don't have to say that, like, I have to finish my project before tomorrow. You can just use the words that you know. I need to end this work before tomorrow. So you can replace almost each word in any language with some simple words that you have already learned, right? So don't translate in your head, guys. Try to replace hard words with simple words. Try to think in the new language as fast as possible. I know it's hard, guys, but more you do this, faster you're going to stop translating, and that feels just beautiful. That feels awesome, guys, when you're just thinking in your target language and you stopped translating in your head. And now, guys, to keep learning your target language, especially English, because that is my specialization, you can click on one of these videos that you see on the screen right now and learn it faster and more effectively than before. So enjoy one of these videos, guys, smash a like under this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.